What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dose Media Network YouTube channel. I'm Ben Hauver, and today I am here to put you guys onto the number one stack you need to be playing in tournaments on DraftKings in Week 8. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, if you're interested in helping support us at all, quick and easy way to do so, like this video, sub to the channel. We drop content every single week surrounding NFL DFS, including the Saturday late night live stream, which this week will not be late night. In fact, Saturday at noon Eastern. Tune in on this YouTube channel. We're going to kick it about everything surrounding this Week 8 NFL DFS slate. Going to be a good time. Make sure you stop by, say what's up. We answer all questions and comments. Should be vibes. Without any further ado, though, let's jump right into the number one stack on DraftKings in Week 8. Now, the Week 8 slate is interesting contextually because we are without so many elite quarterbacks. No Josh Allen, no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Justin Herbert, no Brady, Rodgers, Burrow, etc., etc. Because of that, I think that we can really get deeper into the player pool at the quarterback position. We're not really going to be looking at a lot of players that really even have the range to drop 35 plus. It's like what, Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray. Very realistically, this week you can get by with 25 points-ish. You know, if you can get 300 yards and 2 to 3 passing touchdowns out of your quarterback, you're in play to have the number one scoring quarterback on the slate. I think that this week you can play guys outside of your normal player pool. And to me, that guy this week is Kirk Cousins, 6,100. Obviously, you already know we're going to be stacking him with Justin Jefferson, priced all the way up at 9,100. Justin Jefferson, I'm expecting this week to come in at around 10% owned. Kirk in that same range. This game has a rising total, currently at 49. It's up a 1.5 from open, where it was 47.5. And this is just honestly a great spot for the Vikings passing attack. And Justin Jefferson, who is one of the most elite wide receivers in the entire league, is on a complete tear right now. 3 straight games with 100 plus receiving yards. I think he is en route to his 4th. The Cardinals have allowed the 5th most passing yards per game to opposing quarterbacks this season. And Minnesota is passing at one of the highest rates in the league, 6th highest rate with a 63.3% pass rate. Very beatable secondary, as I noted. So, I mean, this sets up perfectly for Justin Jefferson to absolutely hammer. I think there's a really strong bet here in Justin Jefferson to lead the week in receiving yards. DeAndre Hopkins, clear-cut bring back, had a massive target share last week, 14 targets in his first game back. Still no Hollywood Brown. AJ Green on the trade market. This sets up so well for it to be a very heavily consolidated target share on both sides of the ball, with Kyler Murray locking in on DeAndre Hopkins and Kirk Cousins locking in on Justin Jefferson, who has a 30% target share through the first 7 weeks of the NFL season. I think it's also worth noting that there's just this psychological factor in paying up for a player on DraftKings who's priced above 9K, right? The difference between, say, Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill, you know, Hill's going to be very chalky this week at 8,500. It's only $600. And I think that, you know, if Tyreek was 82 and J. Jeff was 88, that $600 gap, same thing, I think it would be a little bit different. But there's just that factor. They're like, oh my God, I'm paying over 9K for a wide receiver. I think that keeps people off of Justin Jefferson. Not to mention, you know, 2 of the best plays that we've had all year at the running back position are on this slate, and Derrick Henry, 8,400, and Saquon Barkley, 8,100, both in absolute smash spots. I think that so much of the, you know, pay up ownership is going to go to those 2 guys. It's going to go to Tyreek Hill, and it'll even go to DeAndre Hopkins in this same game stack that we're talking about, Minnesota, Arizona. I just really think it's going to be difficult for people to justify getting up to Justin Jefferson. I think he's absolutely worth it, though. We do have some decent value, and just flipping the build, getting off of those chalky high-priced running backs is going to be supreme leverage on this slate. You can still even eat into things like Tony Pollard chalk and just get different at your other running back spot. You know, play Raheem Mostert, find a low-owned wide receiver you like to help, you know, mitigate the cost of paying up for J. Jeff and Hopkins in this lineup. Your cumulative ownership will still look good. The upside is sky high, as we talked about on the podcast this week, which if you ever want to check out the podcast, we drop 2 episodes per week every Thursday and Monday. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and wherever else you get podcasts. Our working theory is that this game has the most shootout potential, even more so than the Miami-Detroit game, which has the highest total on the slate. This game just has pure blow-up potential. I want to be in on it, and everything is just setting up to be the perfect storm. Kirk Cousins doesn't have to compete with the other elite quarterbacks that he normally would, which would take him out of play. He is in play this week. Justin Jefferson's ownership is going to be held down by the other valuable pay-up options that the field will be more drawn to, and yet the matchup is incredible. The game environment is incredible. I just think everything is setting up so well strategically and contextually for this Viking stack to absolutely smash in week 8. I feel like I'm onto something here. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling this. Are we going to be in on the Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson stack? I know I am. Maybe throw a little bit of Irv in there to make it a double D-hop bring back. Sounds good to me. If you're feeling it, drop a comment. If you think I'm completely bugging out with this, drop a comment. I want to hear genuinely either side of the fence that you sit on. Let me know how you're feeling about the Minnesota Vikings stack in week 8 on DraftKings. And that's going to be it for this video. Appreciate you guys taking the time to check it out. Don't forget, Saturday live stream is at noon Eastern this week. Hope to see everybody there. And until then, have a great rest of your week.